All right, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is, and right here, right now, we actually got the one and only. We got Infra right here, live on the line, man. How are you doing this evening?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. Just in the studio right now, man, finishing up this record. I'm about to drop a compilation album.
I gotta say, man, that definitely sounds phenomenal, man. Just, honestly, you cannot go wrong with brand new Infrared, in my personal opinion.
Oh, yeah, man, you know, you got to stay ahead of the game, man. You got to stay focused, and you got to stay with the current, man. So, you know, I'm in the studio every day, all day, man, you know?
And I know you're a busy guy, Infrared, so I'm going to dive right into this interview, but I want to take you back to the beginning of your amazing career this far, and I have to ask, what originally made you decide to pursue a career within the music industry initially, man, because you're so gifted and talented at what you do?
I was just raised around it, man. You know what I'm saying? It's deep in my family, man. So, you know, just coming up, man, and having, like, Sugar Free around and being around, like, Snoop and, you know, as a young age to be in these doors that people couldn't be in, you know, I was raised around it, man. So, you know, it was kind of natural to me. You know what I'm talking about?
And I gotta say as well, just being at a young age, man, what was it like just actually being able to interact with individuals like Snoop Dogg and Sugar Free? Because obviously, you know, you were a very young individual at that time. Were you kind of starstruck when you first seen them, or were you just kind of like, you know what, I'm used to it?
You know what? It's crazy because when Snoop and Sugar Free and even around Pac and around these individuals, you know what I mean, just having, like, you know, Quik, you know, that dude in my family and stuff, man, you know, you get used to it. I wasn't saying I was starstruck. I just say I was too young to understand, but it was a lot of fun. And, you know, when you in the circle, you know, it's things that we do that people don't see. Like, we play basketball with each other and ping pong at the studio. So, you know, it was just like family, man. It's just like a family reunion.
And also as well, as the hip-hop community already knows, and of course you mentioned a few moments ago, you are the nephew of DJ Quik. I was wondering, what was it like just growing up with a famous uncle? And of course, what is one of the most biggest things you actually learned musically from him that you actually implement within your career today?
Man, just you know, take your time, be focused, don't rush, let it come to you, be very perfection what you do, and when it comes to the writing side, know what you're talking about. Just don't be saying anything. Speak about stuff that people can relate to, you know, and just, you know, keep your surroundings good, keep good energy around you, and be a people person.
And also as well, right now, you are currently being managed by the one and only Greedy Greg, who actually got us connected for this interview. I was actually wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about that business partnership, and of course, what is it like actually being able to work alongside the one and only Greedy Greg?
I mean, you can't get no better than Greedy Greg, man. You know, Greedy Greg, just give you a story. I was in a part of my career, man, that I wanted to give up, man. It was just too much going on at that time. I didn't understand what direction to go. The music was changing, the industry was changing, and I kind of went to Greedy Greg, and he kind of see me, you know what I'm saying, was getting angry, and then he asked me, sit me down, and he been watching me from a distance. He said, "Do you want to go to the next level?" And I said, "Yeah." And he was just like, "If you listen to me, I can take you to the next level. You got to change this up. You got to change that up. You got to act like this. You can't be saying this. You can't be saying that." And just to have him only just as my manager, just as a mentor, and you know what I'm saying, and keeping my head level-headed in this industry, man, I tilt my hat to Greedy.
And I gotta say as well, man, Greedy Greg is such a phenomenal individual. I had the opportunity to interview him when I was at the very beginning of my career within the music industry, and I just gotta say, definitely a phenomenal individual, and also very knowledgeable too on the music industry. He taught me a few things just by me doing the interview with him.
Yeah, man, Greedy, man, he been around this music business so long, man, that he know what it takes, you know, to go to the next level. And one thing about Greedy, he won't sugarcoat nothing. If he feel like you got something that's special to him, he's willing to go above and beyond, you know what I mean, and bend his back for you. So he seen something special in me, and he took a liking to me. You know, even though he hanging around legends and stuff like that, but dealing in his 2022, he looking for that new it. Who is that new it? Who is the new artist? Who is the new sound? And what about Greedy? Greedy is all about sound. If it don't sound right to him, you know, he's not. He's going to take you back to the drawing board till he figure it out, and that's what he did with me.
And also as well, September 9th of 2019, you actually had the opportunity to collaborate with the late great Slim 400 on your single We Fuckin'. I was wondering, how did that opportunity arise for you? And of course, what was it like just sharing the studio with Slim?
Well, you know, I'm from Treetop, man. I mean, I'm from Compton, man. Like Slim 400 is from my neighborhood, and YG, you know what I'm saying? When we put YG in our neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? We all from the same city, same hood. And Slim, we grew up, man, since kids. And at that time, Slim was trying to get his career off the ground. At that time, I was trying to get my career off the ground. So, you know, everybody knew me and Slim was from the same neighborhood, but that was my friend. That was like my cousin, man. And we used to just talk about the ups and downs and know about this music business. And at that time, we just said, you know what? Let's go and do a record. You know, a lot of people was looking for why Infrared. He called himself Infrared 400. You know, he's in the background. He's come from the cloth of DJ Quik. Why he's not doing a record with Slim 400? Why he's not doing a record with YG? And I was hearing this, but man, them was my friends. Them was like family. And I just feel like everybody was expecting for us to hop on each other's record. And at that time, me and Slim wasn't happy where we was at. So it was just the energy. We got in the studio. And I had a record. I put it up, and he said, man, let's get on it. And that's how we made magic. It was just a spur of the moment.
And I got to say as well, like, you guys had such phenomenal chemistry together on that song. Was that the only project that you guys had the opportunity to work together on before his untimely passing, or is there other songs out there of Infrared and Slim 400?
Yeah, Slim got a song that, man, I've been begging him, man, you know, rest in peace to my bro, man, to give me that record, man. He got a song with me and Jay Worthy. Shout out to Jay Worthy, man, but me and Jay Worthy would try to get that record, but he wanted to save it for a special day. Man, I need to holler at Mud, his old manager, and ask him for that record. But I do have another song that I'm going to put on my EP with me and Compton AV. Shout out to Compton AV. So we had did a record, me, Slim 400, Compton AV, in Quik Studio and stuff like that. And I never put the record out because I wanted to kind of like, you know, let my homie rest in peace. And I didn't want nobody to feel like I'm clout chasing, putting the record out when he passed. So I kind of wanted to just hold on to it and let me grieve and let me just, you know, lay my homie rest in peace. And then in probably a year or two, I'll drop that record.
And July 19th of 2021, you actually collaborated with Nathaniel the Great, the son of Nate Dogg, on the song Superstar. I was wondering if you can actually tell us a bit more about this single, and of course, where can we actually buy or stream ourselves a copy of it today?
Well, I'm on all digital platforms, Apple Music, iTunes, you know, all the digital platforms. I'm on all the digital platforms. But how I met Nathaniel was through a DJ out here in San Diego. Shout out to Dennis Blaze. And Dennis Blaze is a DJ and he's a producer. And how I met him through one of my boys, Beto Priez. He's a radio dude out here, jamming 97.7. You know, and I brought DJ Quik to the studio, and they thought I was playing. I said, man, I'm going to bring Quik. They was like, man, you for real? So once I brought the Quik, I built a relationship. They heard me rap. And then Beth was like, man, I need to put you with Dennis, man. I think you and Dennis could create a sound. So I did a record called Oh You Mad. It got a lot of views. And then he was like, hey, man, I'm going to hook you up with this dude from New York named Nathaniel the Great. I think he should get on that record, Superstar. And then Nathaniel, he sent the record with the hook, and it was his beat. And I just got on the verses. He liked it so much, he gave me the song, man. Shout out to Nathaniel, man.
And I gotta say as well, man, he just has, he really channels his inner father, man. Like, when you hear Nathaniel on a song, man, such a talented, gifted singer.
Yeah, man, Nathaniel, he seasoned, man. He been in this business a long time, and what I like about him is he's authentic, man. He's not trying to sound like nobody and not be like nobody. And that's what I love about Nathaniel, man. That dude is gifted. He ain't even reached his highest peak. He got a big career coming ahead of him. You know, that's my boy right there.
And for the listeners as well that didn't get the opportunity to hear this song, I actually have Superstar locked and loaded, ready to actually be played here on the Canadian FM dial after this broadcast, man. So if they haven't heard it, they're definitely going to hear it here first.
Thanks, man. Yeah, man. Come on, get aboard that, man. Infrared and Nathaniel, man. You know what I'm saying? Superstar. That record is like one of the biggest singles out here on the West Coast. And it's doing numbers, man. And you know, thanks to God, man, that, you know, I got a blessing to let the world feel me.
And also, March 4th of 2022, you were actually featured on a Pro Gene's single titled Side Bitch. I was wondering if you can actually tell us the story behind that collaboration, and of course, what was it like just being able to work alongside Pro?
Okay, Pro Gian. Now, let's talk about Pro. Now, then, that's what I really want. Pro is my blood cousin. You know, shout out to Day Day, man, my cousin that passed away. You know, his last name is Pro Gene. And, you know, my uncle, man, which is, you know, my mom passed when I was 15, and my uncle kind of raised me. One of my other uncles, his name Johnny, and, you know, when his oldest son, which is my cousin, passed away, Day, he wanted to come out with a family label, which is called Pro Gian Records. And Pro, that's on that song, that's his son, that's his youngest son, as that. And, man, that dude gifted, man, so he was over there, I was over there. We was like, you know what? We all going to come together as a family. We're going to push each other as a family. And when I got on the song Side Bitch with Pro, I just liked his delivery, man, his metaphors. And you know, what he talk about, man, he's different, man. He remind me like a Lil Wayne. So I was just like, come on, let's do this record. And since then, I pushed my record, Chaotic Entertainment and Pro Gian, put us together. And now we got Pro, we got Maj coming out. We got Heen, you know what I'm saying, which is me, myself, you know, that we really pushing, man. We got Cray coming out of Atlanta. Heen is from Detroit. Pro is L.A., Maj, Texas. And we just pushing his label like No Limit.
And also as well, August 5th to the 7th of this summer, 2022, you're going to be headlining the 7th annual Ultimate Boat and Jet Ski Weekend. I was wondering, what can our listeners actually expect from this weekend extravaganza? And of course, where can we actually purchase ourselves some last-minute tickets?
Yeah, you know what? Go to my Facebook, go to my Instagram, Infrared Phoblock, INFRAREDD, Phobok. I have a link. You push that link, and it will send you to buy a ticket. We got tickets from $25 to $125, but I think it's almost sold out. So I think the only tickets now is $125. But it's a 3-day event. Boat and jet skis. We in Lake Havasu. All the top promoters that's in the IE, all the top promoters that's in LA come together once a year and throw a 3-day event. So Friday is going to be a pool party that night. We're going to do a all-white party. Then Saturday is a lake party. Then that night is a lingerie and pajama party. And then Sunday is a brunch and everybody go home.
I gotta say, it definitely sounds like a damn good weekend, man. So if I was out in that area, I'd definitely be snagging myself some tickets like ASAP. So I hope everyone else does DJ Immortal a favor and snags some tickets and goes and enjoys themselves just for me.
It's going to be a lot of ladies, man. A lot of single ladies, man. A lot of strippers and all that type of stuff. Champagne going down her side of her cheeks and stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? It's that type of party. Some girls going wild type of stuff, man. It's going to be ridiculous.
I already know after hearing that, if my wife is listening to this interview, she's probably, during that weekend, she's going to tie me up to the radiator in the basement. She's like, you ain't going nowhere near that.
No, you know what? You're going to be on your best behavior, man. Let the artist, let me deal with it. I have fun for you. I'll FaceTime when I get over there.
But I know you mentioned that at the beginning of the interview, you're in the studio right now. That's where you're at, where we're doing this interview, and you actually have a compilation that you're putting together. I know you probably can't speak too much on this project, but from what you are allowed to speak about, what can our listeners actually expect from this Infrared project when it does drop to the general public?
Well, you know what? You got, put it like this. You got Detroit, Texas, Atlanta, Florida. Oh yeah, shout out to P-Bird too, and M3. You got in LA, you got all that, all different artists on one compilation. So that's 5 different sounds that you about to be hearing it, man. And I'm pushing it like, remember back in the days how Cash Money and No Limit, they were just pushing out records and pushing out talent, man. And I'm going back to that, man. I'm going back to the back in the days, man. And you know what I mean? And just start pushing, together as from the east to the west on one stage, man.
And also, aside from this jet ski weekend and of course the compilation that you're actually currently putting together, what is next for yourself, Infrared? Is there anything we happen to miss during tonight's broadcast? Anything else you do still want to talk about or promote? Well, we still got you here live on the Canadian FM dial this evening.
Well, one thing I gotta do, man. I know I gotta tilt my hat to my little bro. You know what I'm saying? Rockstar, man. Rockstar. He got his label called Rock Age, and if y'all don't know who Rockstar is, put it like this. That new Chris Brown album, Breezy, he got 6 songs on here. You know what I'm saying? He produced and write. So Rockstar is a big songwriter, producer. So, I was just on Basketball Wives. I'm getting a little bit on the TV. Shout out to VH1 for having me on Basketball Wives. So right now, I'm just about to do a 10-city tour, promote this compilation album, and probably get back on this TV, man. You know what I mean? TV. Ain't nothing like the TV, man.
And also, for this is the time in the interview that I give a chance for the individual that does slide into the radio station airwaves, just a chance to give shout-outs to whomever they want to give shout-outs to, but most of all, your social media handles. That way our listeners can follow you and stay updated on everything Infrared, if they're not already doing so.
My Instagram, man. Catch me on Instagram, man. I'm more like an Instagram type of dude, but and all my links is on my Instagram, like my Facebook, my Snap. You know what I'm saying? My Twitter. Catch me on my Instagram, Infrared Folk Block. That's I, that's N, that's F, that's R, that's A, REDD 4BLK. Infrared Folk Block. Catch me on there. Go on my bio. And then you can see my Twitter, my Snap, and all that type of stuff, man.
And I gotta say, first and foremost, Infrared, thank you so much, man, for just giving us a bit of your time here this evening and sliding into the 97.7 FM radio dial. It definitely was an honor and most definitely a privilege, man. And hopefully down the line we can make this happen again sometime soon.
Yeah, quote for the day, man. If it's good to you, it's good for you, man. Stay focused, man. Wake up and do something positive, And always keep your head in the right direction. And you can always do anything you want in this world if you just stay focused. Believe in yourself. Infrared, man. Compton, California.
You already know, Infrared. Thank you so much, man. Have yourself a wonderful night.
All right, thanks.